Hello friends, welcome back to TechnoGeek SFDC. So in today's video, we are going to go through a very interesting feature which Salesforce has released as part of Summer 25. So let's assume that you get a requirement where you want to create a single page application where and it will be having, let's say, a search box where you will be putting your account name, and on selection of any account you want to show its associated opportunities. Okay, so this is so user wants a single screen application for this. Now, do we have an option to create this in Flow? Yes, definitely. And how we can do it? So for this, we have a new feature called Screen Actions, which has been released as part of Summer 25 release, which is GA. GA means generally available, so you can use it in your components. So how this whole screen action works? Let's see via an example or the use case which we discussed that how it is going to be helpful. So for this, first what I need to do is I need to create a auto launch trigger. Auto launched trigger flow, which will be basically querying the opportunity data. So let me show you. I've already created one, so I can just show you. So if you can see, I have just created an auto launch flow where I have where I'm just passing the account ID, and it's a variable with the type as available for input as well. So I can pass the value from some other flow into this variable, and then based on this account ID, I am fetching the opportunities. Very straightforward use case, right? Now let's use this auto launch flows on my Salesforce screen or on my flow screen. So here what I have done is I have just created a screen flow. In the screen flow, I have created a first element named as opportunity list, which is a screen element. Now here first thing what I have done is I have created a lookup, okay, a choice lookup. So how you can do is you can just come to the sidebar and you can search for choice, and then you can just drag and drop here. Okay, you can just drag and drop choice lookup. You can just put any name. For example, I'll just give it as a demo. And now what will be my choices? So here I can just create a new choice record. Okay, now, what will be the choice record? So either if you have some static text values, you can use it. Otherwise, I am going to use a record choice set. Record choice set means it is going to query in that particular object and it will fetch me the records based on whatever I'm entering. Okay. So here you can just give the API name, let's say demo choice, and then you can select the object from where you want to get the record. Let's say in our case, it is going to be account. Okay, so you can just select an account. And going forward, if you want to add any further condition on whatever the records has been returned, so you can put your condition. Next is if you want to sort it in some order, you can do it. You can even define the maximum number of choices you want to display on the UI. For example, I mean, if you want, you can just show put 3, 4, 5, and only those many records will be displayed. Now comes the main part where you have configure each choice. So here you will be having two things. First is what you want to show it on the UI. Okay, when user will type something and when the drop down will come with the choices, what will be the label for that particular user? Either you can use it as name or something like that. Okay, and when you select that particular choice, what value you want to store. So usually we store ID. You can store any other parameter as well. Okay, and similarly if you want to store some other variables as well, you can do it. I'm not going to create this because I already have created one. I can just show you that. So let's say I've created this search account. Okay, in search account I have first used let's user select multiple choice, so it's no, I am just using one choice. And then I have used this particular choice, that is account choice. So let me show you this variable as well. So in account choice, you can see the object I have selected as account. I don't have any filter. Maximum choices I've just put, I have just left it, so it will take by default. Choice label, I have kept it as name. So I'll see the name in the drop down, and then I'm using the value as ID. Got it? So till now, I hope it is clear. Now, how I'm going to utilize this in my screen flow. So whenever you create a screen element, okay, or whenever you get a screen element, when you drag and drop screen element here, usually if you select any of the any of the section, you will get the details related to that. But if you just click on this gray area, okay, here you will get an option to basically provide the details related to that particular screen. So I've just put it like opportunity list, API name, and then you will see one more section called configure screen action. So this is the main thing which we are going to discuss. So in configure screen action, you can select any auto launch flows. Okay, whatever auto launch flows you have created, you will see in the drop down and you can select any one of them. Now what happens once you select any of the flow? So once you select any of the flow, it will ask you to just give some label, API name, and then you have an option that what input parameters you are sending it back, okay, and you can even retrieve the values and store it in the vari you can store it in a variable. So for example, I am just passing the account ID select which I have selected in my search component. Okay, so how I can do that? For example, I can just put it, so when I'll just come back, I'll just make it empty. Now you can see that in the screen component I am getting this option, that is search account, this particular choice lookup, right? So search account and then selected choice values. Okay, so what will be my value when we were configuring it? It was the account ID. So I can just select the selected choice value, and also I am just including an output list. So from my auto launch flows, I will be returning this particular variable, that is opportunity list, which will be having the complete list, right? Now, so these are the two configurations which I have done. Now, another thing is that you have some options which Salesforce has provided you. So uh, basically you get two options here, like every time when the screen loads and except the user clicks on previous button. So if you have a screen component and first time whenever it is being loaded or any changes happening on the screen, it will get reflect. In this particular screen action will get called. Okay, so any change in the screen, current screen, or whenever even your first time screen is getting loaded, this particular screen action will get called. So this is the first, and which is a recommended action. Now next one is only when the first time your screen loads. So this action will get called only during the first time when you're coming on that particular screen element. Okay, so usually we select the first one every time when the screen loads. Then you have certain other conditions as well, like if you want to put some conditions on the screen action, like let's say, for example, let's say my account name should not be having test, or the account status should account rating should be hot. So those types of conditions also you can put here. Then you can also see whatever the auto launch flows I have selected, what is my output resources, so I can utilize them in my current flow from where I am calling the auto launch flow. Okay, so I hope this is clear till now, and it's very simple setup. Okay, so you can select. So let me just go back and show you once again. So you will see another section called configure screen actions. You will see a flow. You can select any kind of auto launch flows. As soon as you select the auto launch flows, you will come on the configuration screen, and then you can just configure the input and output variables, and that particular action or that particular auto launch flows will get called every time your screen gets loaded. Now, one more question comes here. Can I add more than one action? Definitely yes, you can do it. So you have an option to select more than one flows in the screen action. So what happens is whenever your screen will get loaded, all the actions will get called, and then you can capture the information and then you can use. So this is also kind of reducing the number of clicks, because if you are going on a normal flow way or normal standard flow way, so how we used to do, we will be having first screen where user will give the name, then you have a next where you get an get element, and then you'll get the opportunity, and then you will show it, right? But here it's not the case. It's one page where you can just put the name and then you can get all the data together. Okay, so till here we have seen that we have configured the search layout, we have configured a screen action. Now next is I'm just using a data table, existing sales flow data table, and I'm using the source collection as whatever is the output of my screen action. So how I'm doing it? So I have, so you can see there will be a section coming of screen actions. In that I have opportunity data, results, and then opportunity list. Okay, and then you have other other components to configure, like what all columns you want to show, and what all rows, what you want to do with the rows, whether it's a single select, multi select, or view only, and then followed by if you want to validate any kind of input, any error message. So all those configurations you can do. Okay, now let's see how this basically behaves in the actual time. So let's do a debug. So as you can see, currently, see, so you can just notice here, as soon as my screen got loaded, right? Get records, or you can see, this particular screen action got called automatically, right? As soon as my screen got loaded, my screen action got called. Since I don't have any, account ID or something, that's why it didn't get me the record or anything, and then my table is empty. But let's say if I'm just selecting anyone, let's say if I'm selecting Express Logistic. Okay, now you see again the screen action got called because there's a change in the screen, right? There's some change happened. My selection happened. So that's where your screen action got called. It is passing the it passed the account ID, and then it got me the records. Okay, so this is one use case. Similarly, if you want to have another good or if you want to have some good single page applications, for example, here only if you want to show opportunities, cases, orders, any other related information related to account, you can put all the components one by one here, and then in the screen flow under the configure screen actions, you can just create, you can create the auto launch flows for, let's say if you want to add case details as well. So you can just create an auto launch flows for fetching the case based on account ID. You can add that auto launch flow in the screen action, and you can pass the account ID. And similarly, how we configured the data table for opportunities, you can even configure for the cases as well. So on a single screen, whatever account you select, you will be getting the opportunity as well as case information on a single screen. User doesn't need to navigate here and there. From one screen they can get everything. So this is one use case, and I hope it is clear. Similarly, you can have another use cases as well, where if you want to do some call out, or if you want to run some logic before processing any of the records. In all those scenarios also you can definitely use the screen actions. And this screen action, definitely it's going to be one of the main backbone for your single screen applications, and it will reduce a lot of complexities, and you can just use any kind of auto launch flows. So the only thing to consider here is the flow which you are selecting has to be an auto launch flows. No other flow types are supported, only the auto launch flows you can select. And then you can even do a call out, http call outs, or if you want to get the related records, you want to combine the records, all those things you can do in the screen action. And with this you can build a very good single page applications without even writing the codes. So with this, we will wrap up today's video. I hope you got an idea of what the screen actions are, how you can use it. This is one use case which I just showed, and there can be multiple use cases. If any use cases comes to your mind, you can definitely ping me, and we can work through it. So with this, we will wrap up today's video. Thanks for your time, and it was wonderful giving this explanation to all my viewers. So with this, thanks for your time. Bye bye.